Nature can be just as crazy as fiction. Just one look at pop culture and you'll see that people are fascinated by the idea of a carnivorous sand-dwelling worm. But little do most know that to see one, you don't have to travel to Arrakis or even turn on the TV, but just take a trip to the mountains of the southwestern US. This may not look like the sprawling desert you'd expect to find a real-life Mongolian deathworm, but under the large basalt boulders lie miniature sand dunes, and for the ants that live here, every day is a horror movie. This ant is attracted under the boulder by the smell of potential food for her colony, the countless insect corpses that litter the landscape. Little does she know that she'll soon be joining them. Dotting the sand like landmines are bizarre divots, and at first glance you might think these are antlion pits, but they belong to something far more fascinating. These sandy death traps are made by wormlions, a type of fly larva. That's right, just when you thought I couldn't push any more fly propaganda pieces, we are back at it again. But this time we're not talking about the incredible reflexes or hunting prowess of the adults, but the bizarre hunting strategies of their maggots. Most fly larvae are pretty boring. Well, maybe disgusting is a better word, and grow by eating the rotting flesh or feces of other animals. But the maggots of the wormlion go on the offensive, and I'm gonna show you exactly how they hunt their prey. Just like the graboids from Tremors, these predators are completely blind and detect their prey through the vibrations that travel through the sand. Their extremely sensitive hairs pick up even the most delicate footsteps, and to show off their hunting skills, all they need is a careless ant to take one wrong step. The wormlion erupts from the sand, repeatedly striking the ant, each time injecting it with neurotoxic venom from its retractable fangs. It's one of the few species of fly with a venomous bite, and uses its flexible body to inflict bite after bite, no matter which way the poor insect tries to escape. The ant manages to crawl just out of the wormlion's reach and begins to climb towards safety, but the predator isn't out of tricks just yet. It hurls sand at the ant, slowing it down just long enough for the paralyzing venom to take effect. Striking like a cobra isn't the only snake-like behavior of the wormlion. It coils around the ant like a python, getting it in a headlock to restrain it. It might seem over for the ant, but the wormlion has a bad hold, and the ant is able to slip out just enough to start using her sharp mandibles to chew into her attacker's flesh. The wormlion reacts, releasing the ant, who doesn't let go. Only when the maggot dives into the sand does our wounded ant loosen its grip. By some miracle, the ant survives this encounter. Yeah, no, you really thought I'd show a fly losing to an ant? Come on. This is the grip the wormlion was looking for, one that the ant has no hope of escaping. The wormlion is now able to constantly pump venom into the ant, as well as digestive enzymes that'll liquefy its insides, turning them into a soup the maggot will drink. The ant gets one last look at the world before it's dragged into a sandy tomb. The next time the ant will be seen by the light of day is when its empty husk is tossed out of the pit, its smell serving as bait for more unsuspecting victims. Every time I get out my camera, I get a little more thankful that I'm not the size of an insect. They have to deal with some nightmarish scenarios that are straight out of our most popular monster movies. And if you want to see why, in my opinion, the praying mantis would be the worst mini monster to come across, check out my video featuring their brutal way of taking down prey. And stay tuned for more narrated documentaries of the wildlife that makes our world a more exciting place. I'll see you guys next time.